Hey, OKC Thunder fans. I know I've been a little quiet lately. Sorry, it's not on purpose. It just had a lot going on, but I did watch the Nuggets game last night. I'll talk a little bit about the Wizards game that was the other night because I didn't do a video on that. Actually, after that game, I really didn't feel like its own video was necessary because those teams were so comparable in terms of their stats for the night. OKC had way more turnovers, but the Wizards didn't capitalize on them, so that really wasn't a difference maker. They had about very similar scoring percentage. Really, the Wizards just had a couple more shots that went in. So I think that when teams are playing OKC, they have this extra incentive if they don't have three superstars on their team. And that's what these teams are doing. They're coming out with more energy. They really want to beat OKC because everyone's talking about OKC. And they want to be recognized and say, hey, we're here too. We don't have superstars, but we're here too. John Wall was out. He's out for surgery. And he's missing the All-Star game as well. So they recently lost to them. There's that extra push because if you just lost to a team, obviously you want to come back and beat them. So I get that. I really wasn't worried too much about that game. It was upsetting that it ended OKC's 8-game winning streak, but it is what it is. Last night's game, I feel, was a little bit more upsetting, but before I kind of get into that, I've always said that Denver, in general, because of its high altitude, any team that plays there, the Broncos, they have this advantage because when teams come into Denver, it's very difficult to adjust to that altitude. If you've ever gone from a more sea level area to a higher altitude, you know that the air is much thinner. Your body is a little, doesn't have the equilibrium that it usually has, and your breathing can definitely be affected. So teams that go to play in Denver, I think generally have a difficult time adjusting. So the first half of that game, obviously OKC wasn't themselves. They weren't playing like themselves. They weren't running as fast. Denver was really running fast in the first half of the game, and their threes just started hitting from the beginning. Jokic has been very good for them. Jamal Murray was having a great shooting night. Barton helped with their scoring, and so did Harris. So, so those players, they got it going, and they got it going early. I didn't see that spark from Russ in the first half. I don't know if it had to do with the altitude or what, but he definitely picked it up in the second half, and PG was having a great night, all scoring high for his career, 43 points, so he definitely was feeling it, to say the least, and he hit that three at the very end of the game to tie it up 124 to 124, and then here comes Harris with like 2 seconds left and throws up a three and it goes in. I thought it was going to go into OT, but it didn't. That was a tough loss. I think OKC should be proud of the fact that they came back from a 17-point deficit, especially playing in the atmosphere they were playing in. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but every time Melo touched the ball, fans were booing, which it's like, get over it. He left Denver forever ago at this point, but I guess some fans still hold grudges. Definitely got into his head. It definitely affected him. He only scored 10 points. Russ had 21 assists, though. He was definitely sharing the ball. But other guys need to get involved. They need to help score. Grant, I think, did a great job with that. He had 18 points, but he was aggressive from the beginning. I've been saying this for a while now. I really feel like he should be starting over Ferguson. He is more experienced, and he's definitely been proving that he's an asset to this team. Ferguson just doesn't have the defense. I don't mind him coming in with that second unit and Felton getting him going and, you know, looking for him and on his spots. Usually he likes to shoot threes or, you know, drive to the basket. I think he can be very effective, but from the beginning of the game, he's just not getting going the way that we need him to, and Robertson is out, so we have to do something, and we need to figure it out now. Who's going to be that guy? Adams had that, you know, he got tripped up guarding, who was guarding Murray? I hate when things like that become highlights. Like, I hope that that's not like Shaq and a Fool, because that's the worst. That is the worst. Yeah, so Denver was definitely playing really hard, and, you know, you see these teams, they just, because they don't have three superstars, they want to just come out and kill OKC for that simple fact alone. I mean, everyone is hating on OKC right now, especially during that 8-game winning streak. It was just like, oh, are they a threat in the West? Are they a threat to the Golden State Warriors? Yes, we've known this from the beginning. Yes, they are a threat to the Golden State Warriors. If Presti can make one move, at least one, by the trade deadline, which is in a few days, so that our defense is bettered and that we have additional scoring, I think we are good. I want these guys to step up consistently, but we're not seeing that. So I just want a little bit more insurance. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We just need a little bit more insurance to make sure that this playoff run is a successful one. But now's not the time to kind of be, you know, worrying about that so much. So it's going to be fine. I'm just kind of like over all of this drama that, you know, there's always like, we want to put drama on these teams. I don't know if you saw after the game, I guess a fan went onto the court and Russ pushed him, and now that's like a viral video. Okay, what is a fan doing on the basketball court while Russ is trying to do an interview post-game? He shouldn't be there. Why are we allowing this? And now he gives him a little shove, and all of a sudden it's like this big deal. I don't really see what the big deal is. Making something out of nothing just for like the drama of it. But anyways, it's a different story for a different day. I think that we're in a totally fine position. It's February 2nd. There's still a lot of basketball to be played. If you have any ideas of strategy or anything that the coaching staff should be trying to do with the pieces that we have right now, please comment that, because I'd love to hear what you guys think in terms of that. What other players we can get involved to try to get some more scoring, because right now Russ and PG, I mean, can they keep that up for the next however many games are left? We need help. So think about that. Let me know what you think, and have a great day. As always, Thunder up.